Hi everyone, this is Russell Lowe speaking, and in this brief tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up some meetings with lists of students in Microsoft Teams. So I've got a document that I've been working with. I'm creating one of these for each of my tutors. In this case it's for a tutor in Arch 1101, Andrew Wallace. It's based actually on a document put together by the interior architecture staff, so thanks very much to them. It's modified for, in my case, for Arch 1101, and I'll include this document in the description below so you can just copy, delete these parts of it and replace it with things that are relevant to your particular course. But the instructions for Microsoft Teams are very helpful. It shows you where you can download it and that you've got a web browser option. It gives you an overview of the interface. This is really the key part of it, the calendar aspect. That's what I'm going to be demonstrating later. There's some other functionality, profile, photo, things like that. And then this is my list of students in the running order for a particular studio group. So it goes from 1 till 20 past 6, so just over 5 hours. And it has an intro to the entire group, but it also has a series of small group meetings. And this is what I'm going to demonstrate today. This is the entire group of students, which would be in this session and at the summary session at the end. But for these chunks of the tutorial session, the tutor is just going to be speaking to 4 students. That works well in Teams. It's a maximum number of people you can show on a screen at once, so you can see everybody at the same time. So you could capture these email addresses from a spreadsheet, but I'm just going to copy them from the PDF document that I've created based on this. So I just close this, open up the PDF document. This is what I'll be sending to my tutors, and they can send to the students. I'll be making it available online as well for the students. I'll just open Teams. And it's actually opened into the calendar interface, which is where I want to be, but you might have it might have opened for you into Teams, where you can create teams and you can have backwards and forwards discussions with them, chats going around in circles, or hopefully not around in circles. But you can see I've got a whole bunch of teams here. Now, you don't need to create a team to create meetings with your students. So I'm going to go forward to next week. The next class for Arch 1101 is on Monday the 20th. Actually, it's not. It's after this. This next week is reading week, but you might have a class on next Monday or any other time through the week. This is an ongoing one for the ethics panel that I convene. So if I open up the time, I need a meeting from 2 to 2:40, and I need these people to be involved in it. So let's go to 2 o'clock. Click on that, say it's the Arch 1101 Andrew Wallace, and 2 to 2:40. Giving them a window like this is quite useful so that they know if they're late, they can still come in and join and right up to 2:40, and if there's a chance to get feedback in that time, they can get it. Just double check that you're on the right time zone. It may not show up in the calendar in the right place if you're in if your computer still thinks you're overseas. So the required attendees here. So let's open that up. Let's copy this email address, put it here, and it comes up. If it doesn't come up, just click over here, and it'll come up. So I'll create another one. Select this, Control C to copy, Control V to paste, select that. Like I say, these may not come up for you, so but if you copy the whole address, including the ad.unsw, Control C, Control V, no results found. So this might happen to you. Just click over here, and after a second it'll find it and open it up. One more, so select that, Control C, Control V, and it found that one. Okay, so that's found it. It's got it from that's just to I wonder if I can type in the exact amount that I want. Yes, that's happy enough to do that. And then this is the key to speeding things up. Weekly. So we have tutorials every week. So we just started doing it weekly, and then at some point in the future I can maybe set a end date. I think if I do a custom one, I can send a set an end date. But for now, I'll just set it like this every Monday. And then location seems a bit funny, but we're not going to actually meet in person. And you can write any kind of notes that you'd like under here, and then just hit send. And what that'll do is it'll send an invite to those 4 students via Outlook and via their UNSW email, and they can accept it there. But I'll just close this because I don't want to actually send an email to those are real students. But what will happen is it'll end up having a link like this, and you can click on it, and it'll have join here. And this is outside of the time. We're currently outside of this time, but if it was inside the time, and it would show, I can still join that meeting right now, but I'll close that. If it was inside the time, it'd have a join icon here. So ultimately the students, what they would see is if they have several courses using Teams, they would see this is the meeting for Studio, this is the meeting for enabling skills, for example, this is a meeting for another course. And so all they have to do is open up Teams. They don't have to remember anything other than going to the calendar and joining a meeting at the right time, or any time. And if somebody else happens to be here, they could join it as well and talk to them as well. So, and you can see some other meetings set up here because I'm parts of other groups. So thanks very much for watching. Hope that clears up a few things or makes it a little bit more straightforward. Once you're in Teams, you can share a screen. You can share your own screen, which is fantastic. I'd suggest muting the microphone when you're not talking so that you don't get background noises from other people's computers, and also show the chat as well so that you can see a running sort of set of commentary, because that's actually really useful for not interrupting people and to help the conversation go well. So once again, thanks very much for watching, and hope this was useful in some way.